Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
This is America.
So not only has this administration emboldened racists to spew their filth at minorities on a regular basis.
I don't know why you hate us. Why do you hate us? Because we're Mexicans?
They smell like goats.
But thanks to a SCOTUS decision today, it is now legal in the United States of America to discriminate against Muslims. You know the nation, right? That is supposed to have a separation of church and state and is now banning people from majority Muslim countries because of said religion. But how about that constitution, am I right? After all, what's this thing that Tommy said again? I contemplate with sovereign reverence that act of the whole American people which declared that their legislators should make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, thus building a wall of separation between church and state. I guess this is a wall that Trump actually wants to tear down, while his constitution-loving loyalists abandon that sacred document. Why? Well, because God forbid anybody calls into question Christianity.
This is the reason. Christians are tired of being bullied for their faith in the public square.
But let's ban an entire religion because Fox News said so. The Supreme Court today found that indefinitely banning people from particular countries was a lawful use of the president's power under the Immigration and Nationality Act. It allows the branch to suspend the entry of a class of people if the government finds that the entry of aliens or any class of aliens into the US would be detrimental to the interests of the country. So I translate that as a national security issue, right? Which Republicans have consistently cited in defending the need for said ban.
Example after example, chapter and verse of individuals admitted into our country who went on to commit or attempt to commit heinous acts of terror.
Some of whom have actually cited 9/11 in order to justify the ban.
Did you know nearly 1.8 million green cards were issued to nationals of predominantly Muslim countries from the September 11th attacks in 2001 through 2015?
Despite the fact that Saudi Arabia, the country where 15 of the 19 attackers were born, has never been included in the list of countries covered by the ban. So let me ask you, if this is really about protecting US citizens and not just a legalized reiteration of this administration's relentless attack on Muslims, why isn't Saudi Arabia included? Oh, it's because it's never been about national security. It's always been about xenophobia. And while we're debunking this guff, the Supreme Court found that the travel ban did not violate the First Amendment by denying freedom of religion to Muslims. In other words, it found that the travel ban was not, in fact, a Muslim ban. This administration argued that because Trump called for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims in 2015, it should not count against him because he wasn't president. Oh, okay, cool. What about when he retweeted false anti-Muslim propaganda from his government account? We're just gonna let that slide because he tweets a lot? Okay, cool. But regardless of how they spin it, we know what it is. Those in his administration have even called it what it is.
So when he first announced it, he said Muslim ban. He called me up, he said, put a commission together, show me the right way to do it legally.
It's a Muslim ban, a stain upon this nation's values that the very same people celebrating it claim to cherish. It has never been about national security, and no legal jargon can masquerade the fact that at its very core, it has always been about discrimination against immigrants and an entire religion. The US Supreme Court has now provided legal cover to this sort of rank bigotry, and it will be a stain on the record of this court and the 5 justices who voted in favor of this decision for generations to come. But the fight is not over. Get the TYT app here, and as always, continue to resist.